Hi everyone. In this video we'll try to learn that how we can create the table and how we can insert the data into the table and how we can play with that data. Now I have given all the code in the description box. Create table का कोड भी हमने description box में दिया हुआ है. Insert statements का कोड भी हमने description box में दिया हुआ है. Just go to the description box, copy the code, paste the code and try to run the code to create the table and to insert the data. Right? If I want to create a table in the database, there is a specific syntax for that. What is the syntax? Create table and you have to give the table name. In this case, the table name is dept, department, or we are giving name as dept. Give the bracket and inside the bracket you have to specify the column name. What column you want to create in that table. The first column that I want to create is dept number. After the column name, I have to specify that which data type or what will be the data type for that particular column. Now data type we will discuss separately. Just for time being, I can make you understand that in this particular column, I want that number should be inserted. No other data should be inserted, only the numbers, right? So I can specify number data type and then I can give the length 2,0, right? Give a comma so that I can specify my second column. The second column will be department name and the data type for that particular department name column will be varchar2. Varchar is a data type variable character. It is known as variable character. You can insert number also and you can insert the character as well. That is why it is known as variable character. Mention that 2, that is your complete name is varchar2, right? And you have to specify the size. How much words can be inserted in this particular column. Specify a comma. After that, there is a column called location, the location of the particular department, right? So again, I can specify varchar 2 and give the space. For example, I have given 13, right? So this is your table name, create table and department. Give the bracket. Inside the bracket, you have column name, department number, department name and location. And you have to specify the data type for each column, right? After that, there is a concept in table called constraint. Constraint also, there are a lot of constraint available. We will discuss constraint separately in a separate video. Just for time being, which constraint we are trying to create? We are trying to create a primary key constraint. As I said, there are a lot of constraint: primary key, foreign key, unique key. But the most important constraint of a table is a primary key. Now what is a primary key? क्या होता है primary key? Primary key means in every table there is a column which you can declare as a primary key, that this will be the primary key of the table. What is the need for that primary key? If you fire a select query on that particular column with that primary key column, you will only get a single record. That means primary key is unique in the nature. Primary key is always unique in the nature. It cannot be duplicated and it cannot be null. For example, in this case, department number, I want to create a primary key, right? So if department number is my primary key, I will not be able to insert any duplicate record in that particular column. How to create primary key constraint? There is multiple way. So I'll just give you that one way. You can also Google it. There are multiple ways to create a primary key. I can say constraint, give name of that primary key, pk_dept. You can give any name and give that constraint primary key and you have to specify the column name. कौन से column को आप primary key बनाना चाहते हैं, right? So dept number. This is what the column name that I want to create as a primary key, department number, right? Give a semicolon at the end and simply try to select all the code and press this green button on your SQL developer client tool, or you can press Control Enter. Once you press the Control Enter, at the bottom you can see that table dept created. That means that department table has been created, right? So I just gave you an example how you can create a table. Similar way you can create any table. You can specify your own column, of course, and then you can give the data type of that column. Giving the data type is really important. Table should know which data should go into that particular column. And of course, if you want to create a primary key, that is also a good idea. Now in this case, department number is my primary key. If department number is my primary key, I cannot insert any duplicate value. Primary key column cannot be null and it cannot be duplicated. It should always be unique in nature, right? Now we have to create two tables. In the entire course, we'll be using only these two tables. The first table is your department table, and the second table that we'll be using is employee table, that is known as EMP table. Just try to see the structure of the table, how exactly the table is created, what are the column, what are the data type that we have specifies, and then we need to learn one more concept called foreign key, right? So what are the column available, or what is the table name? EMP. First column is employee number and the data type is number. Second column is employee name or ename, data type is varchar. Third column is a job column, and then the data type is varchar. Give the size of the column as well. Then we have manager number, and it is also a number in nature. Hire date. What is that column? Hire date means the employee is hired on which date, right? And the data type for that particular column is date column. We have a salary column. Of course, the data type is number. We have a column called commission column, and of course the data type is number. We have a column called department number, right? And the data type of that column is number. Now the first constraint that we are going to create on this particular table is primary key. Again, syntax is quite same. All the code is given in the description box. You can simply copy paste and run it. Constraint, give the name of the constraint, that is pk_emp, and of course it is a primary key, and name of the column is employee number or EMP number, right? Now the next concept that we need to understand is foreign key. Foreign key is nothing but it is also one of the constraint that you can apply on a given table, right? What is the syntax? Constraint, give the name of the foreign key fk_dept number. Foreign key, which column you want to create as a foreign key? I want to create department number as a foreign key. I have to refer, so that is the reason I have to give a keyword called references. And then which table I am referring? I am referring department table. And which column I am referring? In that table I am referring department number column. So department number column I am referring in order to create a foreign key, right? So let us try to understand what is a foreign key. The definition of a foreign key says that primary key of one table can be the foreign key of another table. Primary key of one table can be the foreign key of another table. So in this case, department number is a primary key, and here department number I am making it as a foreign key. So एक table का primary key दूसरे table का foreign key हो सकता है. If you observe, in both the table we have a common column which is called department number. If you observed, in both the table we have a column called department number, right? So department number is a primary key over here and department number is a foreign key over here. This is the syntax to make a primary key and foreign key relationship. Now ज़रूरत क्या है? What is the need to create a foreign key? The need to create the foreign key is to make a relationship between both the tables. दो टेबल में अगर आपको एक relationship establish करना है तो you need to create a foreign key. Why we are creating a relationship between both the table? So if a question says that we need to extract the data from both the tables by some reference. So if we are trying to extract the data from both the table, we need to have a primary key foreign key relationship. अगर दोनों table से data retrieve करना है तो we have to make a join in both the table, between both the table. Now we'll only be able to make a join between both the table when we have a common column. And if we have a common column, definitely we can create a primary key and foreign key relationship ताकि दो table के बीच में एक relationship establish हो, and we can perform a join and then we can simply retrieve the data from both the tables. I hope the concept of primary key and foreign key is quite clear. We'll explain primary key, foreign key or the other constraint in a separate video. Just for time being, our task is to create both the table. First table is department table. Second table is employee table. Once the tables are created, we need to insert the data into the table. So of course, to create the EMP table, select the code and click on this green button, and at the bottom it will show you the message that table EMP is created, right? Now that table is created, what we need to do is we need to simply insert the data in both the tables. So I have given the insert statement also in the description box. You can go to the description box, copy and paste the insert statement, and then simply try to run it, right? This is the insert statement for dept table. To insert the data, what is the statement? Insert into department table or insert into dept values. What values you want to insert? 10, accounting and New York, right? We only have 3 columns: department number, department name and location, and that is the reason 10, accounting and New York, right? For every row which you want to insert, you need to run a separate insert statement. अगर 4 रो insert करनी है तो 4 अलग अलग insert statement you will have to run. So if you want to insert the data into that particular table, what you need to do is you need to simply run the insert statement for each and every row, right? This is my first row, this is my second row, this is my third row, and this is my fourth row. So I need to select all the statement and I need to simply click on this green button, or either I have to press Control Enter, right? Please make sure that after every keyword there should be a proper space, then only you will be able to insert the data, right? So data has been inserted. If I need to cross verify whether the data has been inserted or not, what I need to do is I just need to run the select query. We'll talk about the select query, but just for time being, to cross verify whether the data has been inserted or not, we need to run the select query. I need to say select star from dept. Now we need to run this select statement. Just simply select the statement and click on this green button. You will be able to see that we have data available in the department table. In any of the table, when you insert the data, always you should cross verify whether the data has been inserted or not, right? If you really want to be a good database developer, so you need to see that how many columns we have in this table. You need to look each and every column and how many number of rows do we have in this particular table. So we have 3 columns: department number, department name and location, and we have 4 number of rows available in this table, right? Now similar way we have to insert data in the employee table, right? Let me select these insert queries. We have insert queries available for each and every row. Total 14 rows we are going to insert, so that's the reason we have 14 number of rows or 14 insert statement we have available. We have given all this code or all this insert statement in the description box. You can go over there and copy from there, paste it over here and try to run that code. Let me select each and every insert statement and press Control Enter. Now all the 14 rows are inserted in the employee table. Now if we want to cross verify, how do we cross verify? Simply run select star from EMP and select this code, press Control Enter. We have 14 number of rows available in this EMP table, right? So again, how many number of columns we have? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 and 8. We have 8 columns in this employee table and total number of rows are 14. So again we have cross verified that how many number of rows we have inserted. Now why I am emphasizing on both the table? Because in the entire course we will be using these 2 tables to run each and every possible scenario. So I'm requesting to all of you, create the department table first, insert the data into the department table, then create the employee table and then insert the data in the employee table. Once your data is inserted, cross verify and then you are good to go for the next step. We need all these rows, 4 rows in the department table and we need 14 rows in the employee table. Then only you will be able to further go in the course. I hope you are able to understand what we need to do. Thanks for watching. Happy learning. See you in the next video.